welcome to our third annual AADC Awareness Day. Thank you all for taking the time to join us. Today we are hosted by our friends at the Massachusetts Biotechnology Council in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we have a wonderful program for you. I'm Kelly Heeger. I am the founder and executive director of the AADC Family Network, and today I'm your host. When my daughter Jillian was born 26 years ago and diagnosed as the fourth child in the world, my husband and I were faced with the rare and complex diagnosis of AADC deficiency. And it launched us into a world of rare diseases, of complex medical care, and intense feelings of isolation. But it also inspired me to establish the AADC Family Network. I became a nurse, and to help create a world of support, community, and understanding so that no one has to go through this journey alone. This is what today's all about, and so there is hope. And together, we'll do great things and find some sense of community and comfort. The AADC Family Network is a nonprofit organization. It promotes awareness, it provides advocacy, but most importantly, it assists families living with AADC deficiency. And joining me today is Bob Coughlin, former CEO and current board member of the Massachusetts Biotechnology Council, and a proud father of a son who also lives with a rare disease.
Hello everybody, and Kelly, it's great to be here. It's great to be back with you to honor this important day. As a former lawmaker in the Massachusetts legislature and father to a son with cystic fibrosis, I can't stress the importance enough of advocacy and awareness days like this. Together, we're going to introduce you to some people making a profound difference in the lives of those with AADC deficiency. We'll learn more about the AADC diagnostic journey and about how awareness and advocacy can help the AADC deficiency community. And to kick off our guest speakers today, first up is no other than Kelly's husband, Bruce, to share a special message about why this day means so much to him as a dad to Jillian and his perspective on family life together.
Hello everyone, my name's Bruce Heeger. I'm Jillian Heeger's father. I wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who has helped to make this Foundation and Awareness Day a success. I especially want to thank my wife, Kelly, who for many years has given up all her free time to make others aware of this terrible disease. As you may know, we started this foundation back in 1998. We wanted to find a cure. We wanted to help our daughter. But in reality, our journey began on December 26th, 1995, the day Jillian was born. Jillian is our second child. And it didn't take Kelly long to know something just wasn't quite right. Subtle things that only a mother would know. And it wasn't long before we received the AADC diagnosis. And then we began every medical treatment at the time to try and cure Jillian. We went to the papers. Remember, this was before the internet. We started fundraising. And with the help of some wonderful people, we held walkathons, many motorcycle runs, and many other events to raise research money. We've had a lot of good times, and we've had a lot of tough times too. But during all of this, we chose to treat Jillian the same as all our other kids. Jillian has been tubing, boating, she's gone to the beach a lot, pony rides, we roller skated, putt-putt golf, celebrated and made many new friends, and watched a lot of football. Most importantly, we stayed together as a family, and we celebrated many birthdays with Jillian, more than we've ever expected to. And during all that, Kelly decided to go back to college to become a registered nurse, to better care for Jillian. She studied day and night and read more books during that time than some people read in a lifetime. And yes, she got her RN license. And if that wasn't enough, she also has trained our 2 German Shepherds to help with service work with Jillian. Now that brings us to the here and now. There are wonderful new treatments for AADC. And in July 2022, the AADC Family Network held a family gathering event in Houston, Texas. And if you know Kelly, well, everything had to be meticulous. She worked day and night to make this event organized and a success. And our son Brett took time off from work and helped with some photos and videos, and everyone made new friends along the way. Getting families together to share experiences and learn from one another is just another way to make people feel like you're not alone through this challenging journey. So again, thank you, Kelly. I'm proud of you. Your tenacity is appreciated, and you are doing great things. I will never forget how it all started with a little girl who loved butterflies.
Thanks so much, Bruce, for sharing your voice in such a beautiful and powerful story today. Next up is Dr. Matt Klein, a physician and chief operating officer of the company PTC Therapeutics. PTC is a global biopharmaceutical company focused on improving the lives of those living with rare diseases, including AADC deficiency. We're so pleased to invite him now to join us. Dr. Klein, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Bob. It's so great to be here once again for this very, very special and important day for the families and community impacted by AADC deficiency.
Hey, thank you so much for all that you do for the patient population, specifically AADC deficiency. Can you tell us what it is, what the disease is all about, for those who may not know?
Absolutely. So as already mentioned, AADC deficiency is a rare disease, but a very, very serious disease. It results from breaks in the gene that makes the chemical dopamine. Now, dopamine is a chemical that's in the brain that's responsible for movement. All of our motor functions, everything we do involving any kind of motor activity or motion is regulated by dopamine. So when you have a child born with AADC deficiency and an inability to make dopamine, they have very serious motor defects. Well, what does that mean? That means these children, in severe cases, don't have the ability to sit, to crawl, to stand, to walk, to swallow, to eat, and do all of the typical movements one would see in a baby and a child as the child grows. And this is a disease that does not get better by itself. So these children have their entire life without being able to have any kind of movements. As you can imagine, that's very serious and also results in a number of important complications, like lots of infections and malnutrition. And in serious cases, children with AADC typically die in childhood. So this is a very serious and life-threatening disease for which until very recently there have been no treatments. And I'm very proud to say that PTC has been leading the development of a gene therapy to treat AADC deficiency, to basically put in the brain a working copy of the broken gene so that children can make dopamine and start having normal functioning, like being able to sit, to stand, to walk, and to run. And this therapy has now been approved in Europe for the treatment of AADC deficiency. We received this very important approval in this past summer, summer of 2022, and we're now working very hard to prepare an application for approval of the drug for AADC deficiency, the gene therapy for AADC deficiency in the United States.
What amazing news. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Why is awareness so important?
Well, I think it's incredibly important, Bob. I can answer this from both the perspectives of being a physician and a drug developer. You know, patients and families affected by rare diseases have so many challenges, not the least of which is when people, including doctors, have never heard of your disease, just not even having awareness of a physician to know what the disease is. This lack of disease awareness can impact diagnosis. Obviously, if a doctor doesn't know the disease, how could they make that diagnosis? It also impacts the ability to have a treatment. And importantly, as we heard from Kelly earlier, there's an importance of having community. And if there's not awareness of a disease, it prevents there to be the formation of a community to provide critical support and networking. And so that's why AADC Awareness Day is so incredibly important, and why we at PTC are so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, you know, you provide so much hope for the community, so thank you for that. But let me ask you a quick question. What inspiration have you found from the community working so closely with them?
Oh my goodness, this is such an incredibly inspiring network of families. You know, we always say that we are inspired by the families affected by AADC deficiency. They motivate us to get up every day and continue to fight to get drugs approved that can help children affected by AADC deficiency. I'll also say that it's very well known that in rare diseases, to actually succeed in developing a drug requires, you know, usually it takes a village. Well, it absolutely does, and it requires a close partnership between us as drug developers working closely with families and physicians and researchers. We all have to work together. And so not only do we draw incredible inspiration from the AADC community and the networks that have formed, but we learn a lot of information from these families in the community. And also it's only with a great and close partnership that together we can actually get therapies approved, just like our gene therapy Upstaza that was approved for AADC treatment in Europe this past summer.
I love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Matt Klein. Dr. Matt, you provide so much hope and inspiration for the community. Words alone can't express the gratitude that we have for you. Thank you so much for all you do each and every day.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to hand it over back to Kelly.
So next, I would like to introduce you to a very special family. Judy and Richard Poulin are parents to Riley Ann, who also lives with AADC deficiency. And today, they're going to share with us an overview of their journey, where they were frightened, and they fought, and they continued to fight, and give their child quality of life until she got treatment.
Come shake my hand.
Happy?
What's it like?
No, we're in the sky.
What yeah, would you like?
Mm-hmm.
I want to
And that over there?
What do you like?
How old are you today?
3. Let's count. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, my heart is absolutely overjoyed by watching that video. Thank you so much, Richard and Judy, and you too, Riley, for sharing your family's powerful story. And congratulations on the launch of your organization, Teach Rare, where we all need voices in our community to help make a difference. Because what you did today is so inspiring, it's uplifting, and every family out there is in awe, saying, oh my, I can get this, I can get this. And that's why I haven't given up, and that's why we keep fighting. The AADC Family Network will continue to fight for my daughter and all the children out there with this disease. Back to you, Bob.
Oh, geez, that video was amazing, and that's the reason why we will never, ever, ever give up till every patient has a therapy like that. That's so, so inspiring. What a great thing for a Friday, wasn't it? So there's a growing amount of knowledge about AADC deficiency thanks to the hard work of the Family Network. Companies like PTC and the heroic dedication of physicians like Dr. Kumar, a pediatric neurologist from Penn State Health, who has devoted much of his career to supporting patients and families with AADC and increasing greater awareness of this disease. We are so pleased to share his remarks with you.
Hello everyone, it is my great pleasure to talk to you all on this occasion of AADC Deficiency Awareness Day. I'm an Associate Professor of Pediatrics and Neurology at Penn State Hershey Medical Center. It is a very exciting time for all of us who are involved with the care of AADC patients. As you all know that AADC is a rare disorder of neurotransmitter biosynthesis where due to genetic mutation in DDC gene, patients have deficiency of AADC enzyme. Due to deficiency of various neurotransmitters in the brain, patients present with key signs and symptoms of low tone, movement disorders such as dystonia, oculogyric crisis, which is a dystonic reaction of the eyes, and developmental delay, where none of these severely affected children achieve the milestones expected for their age. Due to similarities in clinical presentation with other conditions, many of the children are either misdiagnosed or undiagnosed. Therefore, it is very important to spread the awareness about this condition among families and providers to recognize these symptoms so that prompt diagnosis can be made by using appropriate testing. It is a very exciting time for all of us as there is a gene therapy in development. I have first-hand experience of seeing how gene therapy can change the clinical course of this condition. And like all of you, I'm very hopeful and excited for our children with AADC deficiency. Thank you all for joining and also giving me an opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kumar, for your dedication and focus on AADC deficiency. It means the world to all of us, and we can't thank you enough. Back to you, Kelly.
So in the spirit of it taking a village, we are honored to have the support of federal and state legislators in helping extend awareness. Last year, we had a resolution for AADC Deficiency Awareness Day introduced into the U.S. Congress. So I want to take a moment to thank Massachusetts Congressman Stephen Lynch and North Carolina Congressman Dr. Greg Murphy for introducing the bipartisan resolution and helping to spread awareness of AADC deficiency in the public and medical community. We also had legislation for AADC Deficiency Awareness Day introduced in New Jersey and California last year. But this year, we've added 2 additional states, making this day, or marking this day, with legislation in 2022. So I wanted to ask the audience, can anyone possibly guess what 2 additional states were added? And if you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube, put your answers in the chat. And while you're answering, I'm pleased to share special messages from Governor DeWine and Congressman Wenstrup, both of Ohio, and both are champions of AADC deficiency, community, and provide us with critical voice as lawmakers. I'm grateful that they have taken the time to learn our story. So let's hear from them now.
Hello, I'm Congressman Brad Wenstrup. I represent Ohio's 2nd District in the House of Representatives. Thank you to the AADC Family Network for inviting me to participate in the 2022 AADC Deficiency Awareness Day. I'm sorry I cannot join you today in person. Apologize for that. I will say as a doctor, I believe we must do what we can to raise awareness about AADC deficiency in the public and medical community. Increasing public awareness of this rare disease, like other rare diseases, will help patients and researchers come closer to finding treatment options. More knowledge about this disease will help physicians better understand the symptoms of this disease and diagnose and treat patients faster. I want to thank Cincinnati Children's Hospital for their work and research and clinical trials to find a treatment for this disease that will bring hope and relief to so many. Thank you again to the AADC Family Network and all of you for your committed advocacy as we try to promote awareness and find treatments for this rare disease. Be well, and God bless you. Hello, I'm Congressman Brad Wenstrup.
Hello, I'm Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. Though it's rare, AADC deficiency is really worthy of our attention. It's worthy of our compassion. It's worthy of our continued effort to find treatments and hopefully someday a cure. The children and adults with AADC deficiency should not have to face such challenges with development, motor skills, growth, and cognitive skills. Thank you to those of you who are fighting for more awareness and fighting for more therapies and medical solutions.
Thank you so much, Governor DeWine and Congressman Wenstrup, for your tremendous support. And so to answer the question on our legislation, in addition to Massachusetts, New Jersey, California, we've also added Ohio and Texas in 2022. Perhaps those special messages you just heard gave a little hint. And again, a tremendous thank you to all legislators and governors in Massachusetts, New Jersey, California, Ohio, and Texas for stepping up for AADC families and acknowledging this special day. And back to you, Bob.
Thanks so much, Kelly. And as we all know, policy is so important as it relates to drug discovery. So this is great, great progress. Now we're shifting to an exciting new area of research for AADC in the field of gene therapy. Gene therapy treatments for the brain require innovative technology. We have another video that will help us understand some of the technology that goes into these amazing advances for the potential treatment of rare diseases, coming to us from the folks at Clarepoint Neuro in California.
Genetic disorders, such as AADC deficiency, make it difficult for nerve cells to talk to each other. Children with this disorder have developmental delays, weak muscle tone, and movement challenges. They have other symptoms too, like droopy eyelids, stiff muscles, and stomach problems. These symptoms are usually visible within the first few months of life. Gene therapies to treat such diseases are in development, but they require a high degree of precision to get to the affected parts in the brain. Neurosurgeons can use stereotactic systems to target locations deep within the brain. Physicians can use these tools to pinpoint the precise location in the brain where the gene therapies should be delivered. In gene therapy clinical research trials, physicians use the ClearPoint platform and real-time MRI imaging during surgery so that only a small incision is necessary to deliver the gene therapy to the patient. Being able to see inside the brain under live image guidance helps neurosurgeons guide their planned trajectory with submillimetric accuracy. The patient's head is stabilized and a smart grid is applied to the scalp. This grid serves as a coordinate map for the surgeon to identify the entry points in the research trials. High-resolution MRI scans of the patient's brain can be viewed in the ClearPoint workstation software. These scans are used to identify the planned trajectory to the target. The software then pinpoints the location of the incision. The ClearPoint smart frame is placed over the incision and secured to the skull. The software checks for discrepancies and recommends adjustments to the frame to ensure the accuracy to the planned target. The neurosurgeon is able to make these adjustments through a color-coded hand controller. Once alignment is confirmed, the SmartFlow cannula is inserted into the brain. The cannula is visible on MRI to confirm target accuracy. An injection pump inside the MRI suite is used in the research trials to deliver the gene therapy. The infusion can be monitored in real time by the physician to confirm that the therapy is being delivered to the correct location in the brain. We are proud to help neurosurgeons and our biologics and drug delivery partners treat patients with severe neurological disorders. Patients are the first priority, always. ClearPoint Neuro, innovating neurosurgery for patient comfort and targeted treatment. This video is for educational purposes only. It is meant to provide an introduction to the research and development work in progress for the treatment of neurological conditions. Gene therapies using the ClearPoint platform, ClearPoint workstation, ClearPoint smart frame, and SmartFlow cannula are currently in clinical research phase. All forms of procedures performed in the brain can pose serious risks. Speak to your child's physician to understand more about their condition and what approved therapies may be available.
So wow, we've covered a lot of content today, and we're running out of time. But before we close, I'd like to share a final message from the families of the AADC community. We are so blessed and lucky to have incredible support from around the globe.
Judy, Raiders,
Rhiners, Thailand.
Hi,
I am Liliane.
I'm Douglas. This is Felipe, and we are from Brazil.
Hi, I am Mr. Lu.
Hi, I'm Eugene. Hi, this is Yumi.
And we are from Malaysia.
Hi, I'm Bruce.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Brian. This is Jillian.
I'm Brett.
I'm Bella. And we're from
USA.
Hi, this is Hakim. I'm Yati.
I am Nashira.
And we are from Singapore.
Timo.
Malo. Canada.
Yeah.
Steven.
Henry. Cecil. We are from Malaysia.
Hi, this is Young.
This is Kim.
And Emmy. We are in Thailand. Hello.
Bonjour. Lucia. Nous sommes d'Alger. Au revoir.
嗨，大家好，我是医生，
我是 Vicky，
他是想翔，
我们来自台湾。
Hi guys, I'm Gigi.
I'm Joanne.
And we have Zoe with us, and we are from Singapore.
June, Irene, Thailand. Yoyan's family from Taiwan.
Albert, Carrie, and Audrey, San Francisco, California, USA.
Families are an inspiration to us every day. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and we would love it if you could share what you've learned today about AADC deficiency with friends and family members. You never know when your knowledge and information you've learned could help somebody. You can also like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter by searching for AADC Family Network on your social media platform. We invite you to visit aadcfamilynetwork.org today to learn more and to make a donation. You can give up a cup of coffee and send it our way because it is going to help a family, as you saw in the videos. Your donation is completely tax deductible, and it will help our foundation help families and patients living with AADC deficiency. And I always like to end with my daughter's quote, because we have not given up and we won't give up. It's, one day I will walk, one day I will talk. Today I can smile. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kelly, for your devotion, and I can assure you that you and your family make a lot of us smile. And special thanks, folks, to our guests today, including Dr. Matt Klein, the Poulin family, Dr. Kumar, Bruce Heger, Governor DeWine, and Congressman Wenstrup of Ohio, the folks at Clearpoint Neuro, and the AADC families around the world. In closing, all we're going to say to you guys is thank you. Thank you for helping us spread awareness. Thank you for all that you do. And like Kelly said, tell family members, tell friends. Awareness is so important. I come from a disease community, the cystic fibrosis community, and we've made great strides over the year in improving the lives and extending the lives of so many patients. And that's going to happen in this community as well. So continue to be hopeful, persistent, tenacious, and fight the good fight, because you'll see what these therapies can do for patients, and we will win. Kelly, we're never going to give up. I'm never going to give up. I know you're sure as heck not going to give up, and all the people out there are never going to give up. We're going to remain patient-driven, and we will win. Until next year, folks, hopefully we see each other sooner. Have a wonderful, truly amazing weekend, and thank you.